What's going on, people? How are we all doing? If you're new, welcome. If you are regular, thank you for coming back, and everyone, thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. So heating season is upon us. It's starting to get colder. I've had a few calls already for no heating. Then I've had a few where they're switching their heater on, so heating on, so they want services and whatnot, just to make sure it's all working and running, which is nice to get busier again. What we got coming up, few little jobs on this one, yeah, few random ones, so stay tuned, keep watching, and I'll see you at the end. So next job of the day, we are working on a HIU, and there's no heating. Hot water's fine, but these will work on hot water even when there's no power. So let's have a look at this. There's your underfloor heating manifold. This is all cold down there. And the first thing I'm checking, you've got a little actuator at the back there. Little white one with a black head on it. And I want to check that there's power to it. So, junction box for these is at the back there. Let's put that up. Yeah. And I want to check the actuator against earth, so it's that one. Followed the white wiring. These are just on-off actuators, so earth and 240, and then it just goes straight to the pump. There's no other electrics, so we'll check what we've got there. These wires keep getting in the way. 240, but that is dead, so there is nothing to pump the heat round to the underfloor heating. So that is going to need a new pump. So we're going to need a new pump on that. Yeah, that's as much as it goes. There's no electrics on these. The actuator, which is just on off, sends power to the pump, which is then on or off. So yeah, new pump required. So next job, we have the boiler is constantly pressurizing, and they haven't told me much information yet, so let's go in and see the tenant. So first things first, let's look at the vessel. So we're on 0 pressure. Let's top that up. Place a Schrader as well. So, full explanation on that one. Basically, what it sounds like was happening, because it wasn't actually happening all the time. I was under the impression the pressure was just constantly filling itself up, which is why initially I went down the route of possibly filling loop, possibly plate heat exchanger. But the plot thickens. So, having spoken to the tenant, they said it's not all the time. It's generally after running a bath, or they'll notice it in the morning. So then obviously I was checking the expansion vessel anyway and found that was on 0. The boiler was also in comfort mode, so I guess overnight it just keeps firing, and that pressure is slowly rising. So I've turned off the comfort mode, recharged the expansion vessel, changed the Schrader core, and yeah, let's see what happens. So also, don't know if you can see me, the other thing they said was it's been okay. Someone came and looked at it a couple of days ago, no, like a week ago, and then it's been all right since Tuesday. This is now Friday, and someone came, yeah, about a week ago. So again, though, if it was the mains letting buy into the system, it's not really gonna all of a sudden stop unless they'd fiddled with the filling loop and stop that letting buy. But yeah, hope that makes sense. I'm packing the van up, so probably waffling and rambling a little bit. So there you had a HIU which needs a new pump, which I'll be going to next week possibly, and the pressure one. A few days later, I haven't had a call back from them, so I presume that has solved the issue, which is nice. And yeah, makes sense. Kind of watch that backwards, or it makes sense if you watch it backwards, because I went in there thinking a whole different thing because the tenants had told different information to what the case was. And the next one is the first boiler I ever worked on my own, and I was saved. It's the first 2 boilers actually that I ever got given on my own, back when I just qualified, started my apprenticeship, and my line manager at the time, my first job on my own was the expansion vessel on this boiler. Horrible job. And then next day, my second job on my own was a diverter valve on this boiler, not the same boiler, a different property, same model of boiler. So yeah, have a look. So next one is not a good one. This boiler is the bane of my life. Not this specific one, this brand, well, this model. Dun dun dun. Here we are. And actually, I don't know why that's flashing. At first I thought it was coming from there, but under further inspection it's coming from higher up, which will mean the chamber needs replacing. Last 2 I've done of those have ended up in new boilers, just because the back connection, I'll show you that back connection there where it meets the flow valve was just knackered. Oh gosh, what to do. There you have it. They are going to be pushed down to a replacement boiler just because it's not cost effective to fit that. What's your nightmare boiler? They're definitely one of mine now. Actually, they're not even nightmares. There's just certain parts on there that I don't touch. Nightmare boilers. Any Saunier Deval. Ideal response flow switch. At the back corner. Done many a heat exchanger on the ideal response. They were a nightmare with a hot pipe. And Glowworm Swift Flow. Yeah, they're my nightmare boiler, my top 3, I think. I keep thinking. Let me know in the comments your nightmare boiler. Yeah, thanks for watching. Appreciate you coming back. Tomorrow I've got a fun day planned with a chemical company. So stay tuned. Hopefully get some footage and they'll let me do that. That would be nice. And like, share, subscribe, comment, follow, all the rest, you know the drill. It really helps and really appreciate it. See you next week.